We're just looking at the control tower. Yeah, it's sad to see it sort of going like this. You can actually see where the Hawks have been touching down. Gonna get rid of this car following us. Hello, we're at the site of RAF Scampton. This is an active airfield with the Royal Air Force, and this is where the Lancaster bombers of the what was later known as the Dam Busters raids, they took off from this airfield or air station, RAF Scampton. We've just spoken to the guard commander, who was a sergeant. We just spoke to him and he said we were alright filming out here, so yeah. So it's always worth asking because they get a bit het up if you start filming. But yeah, RAF Scampton, home of ECLAT, the Red Arrows Aerobatic Team, Air Control Centre. That used to be at Curtin Lindsay, but that's closed now. And then they're the weather people, mobile and meteorological. We're going to do some filming and around the base, around the perimeter, and yeah, coming up now. So we're just going to drive around. We're going to go into the accommodation areas where the houses are for the airmen. There's a cost cutter and that there, but we're hoping to get some shots of the aprons and bottom of the runway and all that jazz. But yeah, Vulcan bombers. After the Lancasters, Vulcan bombers became 617 Squadron, and they were also based here. They disbanded in 1981, and then a Tornado Squadron took the reins of 617 Squadron, and they held those reins until very recently, when they were also decommissioned. Now, F-35s of the Royal Air Force now hold the reins of 617 Squadron. I'm not sure where they're based, can't remember. But this is the accommodation areas of RAF Scampton. The base is still up and open at the minute. We'll return here in a few years' time when it's closed, because this is closing soon. Look at that. That's a big mess building.
It is a big mess building, that. Yeah. And it's shut, boarded up.
Don't need a Lance Corporal. No drone zone. So that looks like a sergeant's mess or something like that.
Mm.
Would you agree? Is that a mess?
Yeah, it does.
MOD security are quite... They don't like people just bracking in. You know, brack in there, and I reckon they'll get cross and all sorts. They get ever so shouty. Yeah, it's just shut down, isn't it? This is what I love about Air Force bases. They're very family orientated, because like, that looks like a school or something. Nursery or something, youth club. Royal Navy, none of that. Air Force, they do look after the people, the Air Force. Apart from Dave, they messed him about.
Only my head. They messed my head about.
Yeah.
Speed limit of 20.
Standardised please come in signage. So, do you see this? Film that bit. So at wartime hangars, the Lancaster bombers would have been fueled up and armed up in there. Let's get a shot of the roadside there. Then we're just going to cost cutter. But even the cost cutter is called RAF Scampton cost cutter. That's so cool. So just on the site, you can see some fuel trucks over there. I might go get the bigger lens and come back and shoot all that. So I've got my big lens on, and we're just looking at the control tower there, and the runways. The main runway runs behind those garages there. They're the fuel trucks that will fuel up the Red Arrows that are based here now. And the runway That's a taxiway there. And the runways are over there. That's the end of one of the runways, that's the runway there. Taxiways. We're going to go get some other shots of the runways from different areas. But I just wanted to show you that. Just wanted to show you the control tower area, which is there. But yeah, even the street names are all, it's all MOD-esque. Everything's MOD-esque, even the hairdressers is called Modlocks. So it's all very much to do with the military. This area, this airbase is getting closed very soon. It was in the defence cut, so it will be going, unfortunately. As you can see now, it's very quiet. This is the local shop and it's quiet. The airfield's quiet. I don't even know if the Red Arrows are still based here. They certainly were. But I think they're going now. But even that's called RAF Scampton. Cost cutter. Yeah, it's sad to see it sort of going like this, but I mean, that to me looks like a big sergeant's mess, but there's just less and less people here as they're winding it down. We'll explore that one day, Dave.
One day we will be in there.
Yep. So I mean, that's got care home written all over it, hasn't it?
Oh yeah,
But
absolutely.
I seldom reckon they'll do anything with it. They'll just leave it like that until it's beyond repair and then put it in the bin. But yeah, there's the station headquarters, the ensign of the Royal Air Force, and there is a Hawk T1 jet. And there's the Scampton main guard room there. We've been and asked the station guard, who's a sergeant, if we can take film that out here, and he said yeah, it's fine. What we've got is the World War II air raid siren there. I think they still use that by the looks of it. Looking a bit dilapidated though, and then to the right of it, that's a Hawk T1 from British Aerospace. They use them in an aerobatic team called the Red Arrows, if you're not aware of them. Well, that's what they call a gate guardian, static gate guardian. Just annoying they put some wheelie bins in front of it, but can't get it all. But we're going to go around to the main gate now and just take some photographs. Yeah, we'll just go around there, take some pictures. Let's go. One of the air raid siren. Oh, just passing the assault course for the keep fit enthusiasts of the Royal Air Force. It's just there. I think there's some more there as well. What's that hoop type stuff?
That's assault course.
Is it? Yeah. What's this on the right? It's just some support. Don't know what that is. Fuel tank or something. Gas. Oh, firing range. Get
Firing range.
I do like a good firing range. We'll vlog that on the way back. We'll stop. Yeah. Aircraft viewing enclosure.
And it's shut.
What is that, like a test pan? Is that where they sort of run the engines up?
Yeah, it's got them deflectors again, hasn't it?
Let's get some shots. shame there isn't any aircraft here at the minute. I've got jet blast deflectors there, then we've got the control tower, you see that, and then we've got 0422, 04 to 22 is the degrees of the runway, so it's 40 to 220 degrees, the sort of north-south runway that this air station's got. And then the numbers, you see the numbers, like, see the big number 6 and the big number 5, they're just distance markers of the runway for the aircraft, so they know how far down the runway they are in either dark conditions or in low light and things like that. But a hawk can take off in a third. A hawk can operate in about a third of the length of this runway, but just for safety they put the markers on it anyway, because they have had some incidents here. There was a pilot killed not so long back with an ejector seat fault on a Hawk T1. There isn't much else to see here, but we just wanted to vlog this area before we go to Germany. Hello.
Hello.
Filming on 2 cameras. Dave's got the backup camera, which is the Canon G7X Mark II. We're going to be taking that to Germany with us as a backup / pub camera, because we're going to be partaking in the local festivities and things there. Mark's going to try and get us drunk, I think, which he's probably going to succeed at, I would think. But we're just in bushes at RAF Scampton. I just wanted to show you the small arms firing range. I don't know if I can get a better shot of that because of the fence, the MOD fences ruining my shot. But yeah, that is a small arms firing range. That's the butts, the back wall where they fire into. We vlogged one of these, it was all shut down. Well, this one's in great condition. You can see, guys, come on, zoom in. Focus. It's not focusing on anything. It's going crazy. Yeah, if you look just about there, that's where they fire from, and they fire from there into that black part there. We visited one of these recently down in Norfolk. It was a shut down one, but that's what they look like when they're open. See in here, you can actually see the end of the runway lights. They're just on the edge of the road. There. We're actually driving underneath the runway lights, which is quite cool.
This is one of Andy's 9-point turns.
Yeah! Oh, it reminds me of Austin Powers.
Yeah.
We're going to park here and walk.
That went down a little bit.
It did. Right, let's go have a quick look at this. So we're at the end of the 40 of 40 or 220 runway, and we're just going to have a look at it and film it. Sorry about the wobbly footage, I've took the gimbal off because I'm taking photos with this, and this obviously, the gimbal's no good with that.
Some vehicles been down here recently?
Very recently. But if he's been already today, he might not need to come again. So we don't disturb him then, you know. So we're at the end of the runway here. That is the centre line of the runway. 40 at RAF Scampton. No, this would be 220. This is 220 this way around.
An overshoot net there, look, to capture.
Yeah, it's like an arrestor net, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have them on aircraft carriers, fixed wing ones. So that'll just deploy. That's ready to deploy, isn't it, for anything that's had a brake failure or come in too late. We'll deploy that. Well, that is the runway. Let's try and do a nice smooth pan down there. So it's 400mm lens, so you can actually see where the Hawks have been touching down. They've been touching down right near there, just on the numbers down there. So, yeah, there's the numbers 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, You can see the control tower. Where is it? There. There's a control tower. Back to the truck because the weather's terrible.
Looking over my shoulder.